Hey everybody, ChristopherOdd here. Today we're taking a look at one military camp. This is a city builder, tycoon, management game. This is similar to a few games that I've covered on the channel before, albeit totally different theme. And I would say visually, really, really nice. It's kind of got like a mix of, I would say, cartoon, but like realistic vibes as well. I'll load up a game, we'll get into it, and I'll show you what's going on. Thanks so much to Abulite Studios for sponsoring this video. That means a lot to me. Check out the links down below for links to the Steam page. This game came out on the 20th of July, and it's currently on sale for 30% off. So, pretty good deal, if you ask me. And let's dive in here. So what is this? This is like the main like world view. We'll get into that in a second. But if we look at our one military camp that we have right now, this is what's going on. So you kind of start with this main building. This is basically just your recruitment center. And people are going to come into there looking for jobs, and then you're going to take them and assign them to different things. These are our barracks where our soldiers sleep. We have some private housing as well for maintenance workers, scientists, stuff like that. Here's our mess hall over here. And all of these can be zoomed into, upgraded, cleaned, maintained, have workers assigned to them. If you've played any type of tycoon or city builder games before, you're probably familiar with how that works. But there's a couple of unique things here. A lot of these buildings, like the mess hall, these training centers up here, they will all generate noise. And when that's happening, that can disrupt your soldiers' sleep. So you kind of want to build your base in different sections and try to mitigate the noise from impacting their sleep and other things like that. You can also see here, like, there's certain things that are being tagged for us. So right now, there's no medic in the building. And I'm going to try to get some additional medics going here. Let's go ahead and see. Some of these guys already have jobs. Researchers, maintenance, researchers, like these are all people that we've assigned previously. If we go into here, we can hire. Let's take somebody intelligent and let's hire a couple more medics here and throw them into the physiotherapy clinic. Now, up here in the top left, it's going to show you anything that needs immediate attention. So if I go here, workers assigned, we have our 2 medics, but he's just walking there right now. Once he gets there, that'll be fine. We can also put these guys on different shifts if we want to. So if we were to click here, I could have a daytime and a nighttime medic, which is pretty nice. You can also like fully customize all these schedules, but there's some nice little tick boxes here if we want. I think for right now, we'll just leave this so we make sure that we actually go in there and support this person who's rehabilitating. They were injured. If it seems like I'm talking fast, it's because there's a lot to cover. I just went through a full tutorial, and it is really good, actually. It gets you on board very quickly. This is kind of what I've come up with for our small little town here. David Howard is ready to specialize. So you'll bring in privates, and then you need to train them into special roles. The reason that that's important is that if you look up here in the top right, these are different missions that are available to run on the world map. And some of them have different requirements. So for example, this one needs 2 comms operators. This one needs a spy. This one needs 2 comms operators and an infantry. This one is 2 artillery and an explosives engineer. So if you look at our base, I can show you everything that we have access to. We have artillery specialization, comms operator specialization. Here's our strength training and intelligence training, which then feeds into people specializing in artillery or comms, so that's pretty cool. Let's look in here and let's look at some of the additional training. So I unlocked explosives engineer specialization previously. Let's go ahead and put this down. You do have to manage things like power. You have to manage your food down here. Like we have a food storage location. It's sitting at 92. I can then go to my providers, which you can also see on the world map. I can show you that really quick. So here, this will be forever expanding as you do more and more missions. But around here, we have a couple of providers right now. We have Just Gas, which provides fuel. We have Top Bun that gives us some food. We have a bank here, and we have a Bullets, Bombs, and Beyond, which is a like weapons provider, essentially. This town we recently helped with one of our missions, so now they love us, which is great. But you can then go in and you can even further manage this town. So, for example, if I raise taxes here, I'll get more income, which is great. But they're gonna start to not like me as much and your popularity is going to drop. Then, if your popularity is low, you don't get good candidates. So there's like this give and take of income versus getting good candidates from the surrounding towns. It's a pretty cool system, and it's set up pretty well. You can also carry out marketing campaigns, and then you'll receive 3 recruits from this population. And you can see here that this specific town has some benefits. They have good cooks. Experience as a cook increases 25% faster, and they have handymen. Experience as maintenance workers increases 25% faster. Very cool. So if you need that, then you could really drive this down to get more recruits from there. You could carry out a marketing campaign to go for that kind of stuff. But yeah, a lot of stuff to balance there and very cool. So let's get into this. We're going to aim to do, maybe we'll go for like this here. If I can get this done in 20 minutes, some missions have a timer on them. We need a couple explosives engineers, so I'm going to try to walk through that process of what that's like. So here's the explosives engineer specialization. And in order to do that, we need to figure out a couple things. These guys looks like they want to sleep because they don't have any accommodation buildings. And a lot of these guys have like requirements for special places. Let's I'll assign you here to this private house.
Yes, sir.
And you can take the other private house. I knew I had enough.
Okay.
Go for it. Okay. Now, David Howard is ready to specialize. Sir. So once they train and they reach a certain threshold for that training, they can then specialize into different areas. So right now, he can go into the artillery class, and that's fine and dandy if we want that. And I think that's fine because we're setting him to do the strength. So let's go ahead and do artillery specialization there. And now he is ready. Okay, so if I'm going to get other people recruited, let's take a look. These guys are just sitting here. I have 2 people in here right now. What we need is to find people that can do the explosives engineering. So if we want to make explosives engineers, we kind of need to look at the color coding of this to figure out what type of training recruits will need to become explosives engineers. So if we're going to look at some of our recruits here, you see blue is for speed, red is for strength, yellow is for intelligence, purple is for accuracy. And it looks like for explosives engineers, they need speed, probably because they're setting up the explosive. They need to run away very fast. So somebody that's a little bit speedier would be nice. When you're in here as well, you can sort by any of these categories. So if we look at Rebecca Thompson, there's other things here like, yes, experience as a cook would grow faster. That's cool, but that's not necessarily what I need. So before I hire anybody, I need to figure out a way to be able to train for speed, because right now I can only train for intelligence, strength, and the specializations, okay? So let's go in here. Let's go into training. And if you look at the icon, you find speed, and we can build this. We'll build this over in our training area and drop that in. Okay, so now we can send people to speed training, and this is what we need. So let's go ahead and look at our recruits list here. We have another candidate in not too long, but these guys are pretty good for speed, and I think that's fine. They will automatically choose an activity building to go to when you hire them. And if you hire them at night, they will work at night. If you hire them in the day, they will work during the day. And then you can just swap that on their character panel if you want. And I'm okay having some nighttime people here. You can see our schedule is heavily weighted towards a lot of people working in the day. Let's get you into speed training. And yeah, Hion Ikeda, we can put you in there as well. You are a party animal, so you lose motivation 10% faster without free time. You will have free time. I'm not a monster, so that's fine. We'll hire you. You can also then, if you want, you can go and customize each of these guys. So you can go in here, you can change how they look, you can change their names, YouTube, commenter, and yeah, That's pretty nice. That's pretty cool stuff. I like being able to customize as much as I can. You can also see our power requirements are getting close to maxing out. That's something to keep in mind. So you can just build these and then connect them to the grid. There will be upgrades as well. If we look in here, speaking of, there's maybe some things we might want. So there's psychological therapy that we could research. There's a sleep clinic if we want. There's motivational therapy to help lazy soldiers. There's infantry specialization. I think maybe we'll go for this. We'll buy that. Okay, cool. So this is our total research. This is gained in the research lab that is over, where did I put that? Over here. And then I assign scientists to that. Okay. Now, you can see these guys are in the speed area, practicing their speeding, and they're doing great, okay? So now we want to set a goal, and we want these guys to be explosives engineers. You can see the required stats are 40 training. Let's go ahead and set that. It adds this little meter to show how they're coming along. And then we can do that here. Set your training to be explosives engineers. Now, you could modify their schedules if you want. You could say force main activity schedule, force rest, force, or you can even change their class, I should say. But then their motivation drops, they get more tired, there's other problems with that. And you can see, like, they actually gain this pretty quickly. Sometimes games like this, people call them, like, idle games, because you have to wait for your members to get to a certain thing before you can do stuff, and that's fine. But I generally feel like when you're first starting, there's so much to do that there's no downtime. Once you start getting to a spot where you're a little bit more, I guess, well off, then it gets a little bit tougher.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you need a building. I could put you in a barracks, I suppose.
Understood.
Yeah, you can get in there. That's fine. Okay, artillery specialization is now out of supplies, so we have to restock this. Ask your maintenance workers to restock it. Here we go. Replenishment order's been registered. It will be processed as soon as there are maintenance staff with an active work shift. That's easy enough, but when you're restocking food, then you have to kind of decide like how much you want to order. It's a little bit more complex. As you get access to more and more suppliers, then you're gonna have to make choices about who you're gonna pay and why and that kind of stuff. So anyways, these guys are now ready to specialize. So we're gonna go in here and we are going to start specializing. We want to send them to the explosives specialization.
Yes, sir.
So we'll do that.
Yes, sir.
And YouTube comment is also ready. Let's go ahead and specialize in explosives.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Walter White,
Yes,
one of my other earlier members, is a little bit tired, and that's too bad. That's a little too bad. Okay, so now we have this ready to go, and we're gonna take this mission out on the world map. So let's take a look. We have to assign people to it. You get a little backstory on what's happening. The overarching story here is that there's this bad dude named Dragon, and he's trying to kill us. We're trying not to be killed, obviously. And we need to like recruit people around us to help us defeat him, right? We need to select 4 soldiers of the required classes for a very easy defense mission. There's a couple things that you need to look at down here. This is our reward if we complete it. This shows our battle rank and the enemy battle rank and how much time is remaining. So as we put these guys in, we'll put in our artillery here.
Boss.
You can see our battle rank improving. Let's see. Strength improves 25% faster. This is fine. And then our new explosives engineers we're going to put in here.
All right.
So our battle rank is 96. Enemy battle rank is 80. There's percentage chances that these missions can fail. We should be fine. We're a little bit stronger. We might take casualties. Who knows? We'll get notifications on how the mission is going. So let's go ahead and start this. I am running this on ×2 speed. You can run missions concurrently as well if you want. Maybe what we should do is take a look at getting some of these infantry up and running. So let's start looking here. We had recently gone in here and unlocked infantry specialization. So you can go, where is it? I think this is the only way we can do it. It says level 2 up here, but I think that's, oh yeah, this is if you upgrade it. That's why. Okay, cool. So let's get an infantry training area set up here. And we'll throw this down. Has this been restocked yet or not so much? It has not been, but it will be. Can't work if there's nothing in stock. There we go. It literally just got delivered. So now we can get to work, and that's totally cool. Do I need to restock this again? I shouldn't need to, but maybe I'll ask it so that we can be full, because that didn't quite fill us up there. Okay. So, what do we want to do next? We have infantry specialization. Let's look at hiring people with accuracy. We have Mateo here. Intelligence improves faster. That's fine. Party animal here. Let's wait for our next candidate just to see what they're like. Okay. Sophia. Experience as a researcher goes faster. Well, I'm hiring these guys all for infantry, so let's just take the best stats that we can get. And we're gonna throw you into... Oh, actually, that's a good question. Yes, we have the infantry specialization, but we need to actually train the accuracy. So let's go up to training. Let's find the accuracy training. I'll keep this in the same area. This one is absolutely massive. Let's drop it over here next to the helipad. That's fine. Build all 4 skill trainings into camp for the first time. Sick. Now, I also noticed that we have the artillery specialization here that needs to be restocked. So we're gonna request that happens as well. We also have a couple of other quick things we might want to take care of here. Some people need to have, we need to have more sleeping areas. Until I research a larger sleeping area for workers, they don't love the barracks. So I'm gonna create a bunch of smaller private houses. Lucky them. And I'm just gonna drop these way out here, and we'll make a little bit of a neighborhood almost. And we'll run some power out here. We have a decent amount of money. I'm not super worried about that. We're only making 25 bucks, but this is still the intro of the campaign. You can play sandbox as well if you don't want to do a campaign thing. But yeah, for now, this is what we're gonna do. So let's run power from here to here. And then we'll connect this up over here. Very cool. Now they'll have a bunch of extra places where they can sleep. Okay. We've ordered supplies. Nothing we need to do there. Let's give you one of the new private houses. Enjoy that. And let's see. So we have accuracy training. Let's get some of these guys into accuracy training. Let's see. Do I have anybody that's not assigned currently? I really like the menu system. I think it's super clean. Very easy to find people that you need. So like these guys, like you can see here, crazy strength training, right? So we could set a goal and go into something else. Some of these like next level things need 2 specializations. So what I could do is say like, I want you to be a tank driver. It will then say, okay, we need to do these 2 things. You've already maxed this out. Go to accuracy training as well, and then you can become a tank driver at some point. I want to sort these by, let's see, sort these by accuracy, and let's see what we currently have. So no training goal defined, but again, super strong just because we've been training strength. So I could also go into tanking there, but we could just hire you as training, or bring you into accuracy, sorry.
Roger that. And
go that way, or we could hire, and I think that's what we'll do as well. Let's grab Mateo here. We'll throw you right into accuracy training. Boom. Diana, we're gonna throw you into accuracy training. Boom. Now, we don't have to wait for them to complete their stuff before we tell them what to focus on. So we can say, set the goal for this right now. We can go here, because you're also going to train there. Set the goal there. And then when that's ready, we can rock and roll. Okay, due to your slow reconquest progress, the enemy has deployed new forces. You've lost one of your territories. Okay, so this area was taken over. Love that. That's fantastic. So now we can retake that with these objectives, and we'll do that. I'm over-explaining, so I'm probably falling a little bit behind. Those guys are already on missions, so we're gonna have to wait until they come back, which is not great, but that's life. Okay, You can notice as well, power is becoming a little bit of an issue. So I'm gonna throw in another grid here, and we'll just connect this up like so. And you can see the power kind of redistributes. If I can, maybe what we'll do is link. Maybe I just need to connect to the existing grid, and then it distributes evenly, which is really nice. Okay, so let's take a look at our accuracy guys here, so we can run those other missions. No supplies, that's fine. We tried restocking this. Process soon as maintenance worker has an active shift. That's fine. You know what I'm gonna do, actually? I'm gonna hire more maintenance workers. That's what I'm going for. Okay, let's go in here and see if we have anybody that has any maintenance buffs. That's a cook, recover from injury, researcher. All right, so we'll focus on just hiring people with strength. Here, experience as a maintenance worker increases 25% faster. So we're gonna say, go be a maintenance worker. Main activity building, we'll go for strength, that's fine. And accommodations, take the private housing, go for it. Now, our income is drastically dropping because I've overspent dramatically. It's a tutorial section, so I'm just going crazy. And I'm not running as many missions as I possibly could be. So, let's take a look here. Is there any way, I wonder if we lost those guys because they went into this area? Because it says that they're on a mission, and because we lost that area, I'm a little concerned that we may have lost them as well. Ashley Edwards has a muscle injury, so I'm going to assign them to the physiotherapy clinic there. And hopefully, we can get this stuff restocked now with the additional maintenance workers, but I might even hire more. Let's go strength here, Ryan Parker. And you can take the private house, take the strength, and we'll hire you as maintenance. Let's go. These are the tough decisions we need to make, okay? What I'll do is, let's get a few more explosive engineers, I think. We have an available comms operator, but yeah, we need some more people on the explosives, unfortunately. So that's speed training. Let's hire Anthony here. Go into speed training, private housing there. We'll put you on nighttime. Yeah. Good luck. Okay. So we're also out of fuel. Let's look at our providers. We have Just Gas. This is the only one. We can say how much we want to buy. Let's go ahead and buy 200 units. I'm spending it like I have it, and I don't. So Cheryl Scott and Ryan Parker, they're doing an activity that will not improve the specialization's performance. So if we look at them, we have them in speed training. And what I want to do... Yes, sir. Where are you, buddy? Oh, yeah, because you're in maintenance. So let's actually... Can I just remove them from this? All right. Yeah, let's do that. We don't even need them to be doing any of this training at all.
Okay.
Okay. I want you to actually go... Yeah, so you're maxed out on intelligence. Let's have you go to accuracy training. Boss. Actually, let's go speed. Understood. So we can get more explosive people.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Antonella's maxed out here as well. So we should actually change where you're going as well. Let's go to speed.
Done, boss. Yes, sir.
And can't work if there's nothing in stock. I know. I'm all over it. I'm really trying. Really trying to get you everything that you need there. Okay. Mateo is ready to specialize. Let's go. Let's get into... What did we say we wanted? We need explosives engineers.
Yes, sir.
But that's not what I need. So we'll go to infantry specialization until we get our blues ready to go. How's our food situation? It's at 54. It's not bad. I'll actually go to our providers and I'll try to order a bit more from Top Bun. I'm also going to connect a road from here to here just to make traveling back to the mess hall a little bit easier. Physiotherapy clinic needs supplies. Accuracy training needs supplies. And then artillery specialization, as we know, needs supplies. Okay. So, is there... Let me see if I have, like, a warehouse of some kind. I know we have... Yeah, here's a fuel warehouse, ammo warehouse. I think maybe that's what I need to set up over there. Let's go ahead and do that. An ammo warehouse down here. And we'll... Okay, yeah. So this is why. This is why. I need to have an ammo warehouse. That will get an immediate drop, and then they'll distribute these stores. So that's my bad. That's my bad, but we've got it sorted now. We've got it sorted. Okay. Who do we have in speed here?
Yes, sir.
So your goal is to
Sure
be
thing.
an explosives worker. And you're very close to that. So explosive specialization,
Yes, sir.
beautiful. Anybody else speedy in here? Private here that's training for accuracy. Let's see if by chance these guys have come back. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder if they're just gone.
All right.
You can go and you
Okay.
can go. All my heliports are in use. Oh, damn. Okay, neat. So does that mean I can only run one thing at a time? Oh, here. Mission in course. Receive. Ah, there we go. My bad. I had to actually complete the acceptance. I thought it would just happen automatically. And we ultimately did fail it. The enemy's retreating, but then it says, Dragon's forces are unstoppable. We were unable to halt their counteroffensive. They had their way with us. Man, that's actually really... that's cool that you can just fail. And we did actually lose somebody there.
Not the end.
I have bad news. I'm sorry to tell you, but we took some losses. Not everyone has returned from the front. They've probably been captured and are being held in one of Dragon's dungeons. You want to be dictator, buffoon, stooge, fool. We have to step up our efforts. We leave nobody behind. We'll get our people back and we'll make that parasite Dragon pay for everything he's done. You'll see. Okay. So, yeah, this is going much better. Let's call for a restock there and a restock there. And then I'm going to go providers again and just max this out so we don't have that issue. Now these guys are back, so I can run this. And these guys, I think, need to sleep. Yep, and that's totally cool. But now we can send this mission. And we can start to get our territories back from that minor setback there. Okay, so what kind of supplies? We need medical supplies. Do I have a medical warehouse? Yes, I do. Let's put this over in the medical area right across the street. This does make noise. Let me put it at the end of the street there. And we'll go to our providers. Now, we don't have any medical providers, which means that out on the world map, we need to try to find those before we run into any further medical issues, because that's going to be a problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you want to sleep somewhere.
Copy that.
Take the
boss.
private house.
Yes, sir.
Here. You can take... Well, I'll build you one. You're a worker, or are you a soldier?
Yes, sir.
You're a researcher. Now, I could make little... what would be cool is to make these houses in areas next to where they're working. But you have to be aware of all that noise. So when you're placing this, these are the buildings that are making noise, which is everywhere. And then that causes additional problems.
Yes, sir.
So
Understood.
I guess it's okay if they have to work or walk a little bit, you know? Okay, so hopefully this completes and we can maybe find a medical provider. Let's go into here. We're up to 1,300 research. What other options do we have? Logistics, maintenance level 2, an electric generator level 2. Do we have anything like right at the top? Infirmary stuff. We have defense, spy surveillance towers, security hubs. We can catch people spying on us. That's cool. Let's do that. And I'm just gonna run speed here until this completes. And let's see here. No communications received. There we go. Mission accomplished. Boom. So this area is back open, and we can get medical supplies. A despicable dragon had us on bread and water. He took away our cabbage and made us burn our entire crop. A lot of good cabbage died in that horrible summer evening. Oh yes, the cabbage wars. We shall cook cabbage for breakfast, cabbage for lunch, and cabbage for dinner. Obviously. Could do that, or maybe we don't do any of that and we just focus on rebuilding the city. Yeah, it sounds better. You sound like yourself again. I thought I'd lost you. Please, Sergeant, you have to do something. Our friends from the Southern Territories have told us that their situation's starting to get bad. Roosevelt, one of Dragon's top 3 generals, rules with an iron fist. She doesn't mess around, so be careful. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna get in here and we are going to order our medical supplies. I'm just gonna spend all of my cash. Get that in there. Order a restock here. I'll click it again now that we have them. I don't know if that matters, but it does look like... maybe.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're probably going to sleep, and that's fine. There you go.
Sir.
There you go. Go get your supplies. You can do it. They'll handle it. They're smart enough. Okay, so now, let's start going out and doing some of these additional ones. Do I have... yeah, these guys need to sleep still. So that's fine. Maybe we could train a spy. Or I could train another comms operator, but that's still going to be a bit... getting a spy up and running would be kind of cool. So it's like blue and yellow specializations. You can also click on these individually to see what the missions are, or you can go through the mission list here. But yeah, maybe we go for a spy, which is a mix of intelligence and speed. Andrea looks pretty good here. Let's do that. Let's get you into intelligence training first. Accuracy improves 25% faster, so you'd make a good infantry person as well. But I think we're okay just doing that. And let's see. Are you coming in here now?
Yes, sir.
So I want to set your goal to be a spy. Okay. So we're going to go to intelligence training. When that's done, we'll move you over to speed training and go from there. Let's maybe look at getting an additional spy here. This screen is fine, but I feel like this is a little bit nicer. So 15. I think this is a good balance too. Iana. Okay. Yeah, you can have a private house. That's fine. But I will actually build another barracks here. Now, we need to get some repairs going, so I might need more maintenance workers as well. Let's see for lodgings. Let's build a barracks. Can I type? Yeah, I can get one in here. This is nice. Not being affected by noise. Boom, boom. And any... oh, yeah. Experience as a maintenance worker. Let's go. Let's go. It's no maintenance building with available slots and will be assigned to a task of basic training. Okay. Okay, so I need to build another maintenance building. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. So let's throw in another maintenance building down here. And then we can assign some of these workers.
Consider it done, boss.
And then I can bring in another one. Is it Paul? Yeah. There we go. There we go. So, you can tell, like, there's, like, a ton going on here, and we're just super, super early days. But man, this is very addicting. I hope I've demoed, like, at least a little bit of what's going on here. Again, just scratching the surface. If you just look at this alone, there's so much stuff to unlock. One of the cool things I saw when I was looking at the Steam page is, like, you can eventually build towers, like, in your area with speakers, and you can even record your own motivational speech to then, like, send out to your team and stuff. It's pretty cool. But yeah, highly recommend if you're into the city builder tycoon stuff. Sir. This is awesome. And it's got a lot more complexity than a lot of the other ones that I've played, including the ones I've played on the channel. I really like the art style as well. It's super smooth how you can scroll into buildings and everything just reveals. Like, this is stunning. This is very cool to me. And then you can zoom out here just cleanly to the world map. It's organized very well. The tutorial is sick. They have all of these built-in filters for like how to view your morale, your stamina, your energy, your maintenance. Kind of like RimWorld-esque. There's this optical camouflage inhibition. I have no clue what that's for. Maybe detecting spies. There's shield turrets, there's drone batteries, security hub signals, spy surveillance, noise. Like, it's really well done. This breaks down all of your economy stuff. It's all here. You can borrow money. This is cool. I like this. Check it out. Check out the links down below. Thank you so much for watching. And this has been a nice little change of pace for me because we've been doing a lot of heavy games on the channel. So this is a fun one to check out. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.